This video is meant for adult collectors. I don't have a Bucky cap yet, but soon he will be mine. Told you he'd be mine. Hey guys, welcome to the Playroom. I'm Woody, and today we're taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Marvel Legends Captain America Bucky Barnes. I am super excited for this figure. I was excited for it when it was announced. This has just been one of my most anticipated figures of this year, and I am so happy to finally have it in hand. The story of how Bucky Barnes became Captain America is one of my all-time favorites, and in all honesty, this is my Captain America. Like, when I think of Captain America, it's more often than not Bucky Barnes as Captain America. There's just a lot I relate to this character when he's Captain America and in general. So I was super stoked when I heard they were going to remake this figure, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not like that original one. That face looked bad, it looked outdated by today's standards. So I'm really happy that they redid it, and I'm rambling on, so let's get to the review. Hasbro did a beautiful job on this guy. I mean, the applications of paint, the differentiations on the metallic sheen, whether it's the blue, the silver, white, or the red, it just all comes together perfectly. The blue marble color on his chest and head just looks so beautifully done. I think it's sculpted in that color, but it's just so cool, and it gives that metallic sheen off perfectly without having to worry about paint chipping. The detail work on the stars are pretty great. Like, it's raised on his chest and his back. That's awesome. The stripes are slightly raised, and the whole metallic sheen is a nice contrast to the matte black finish, and even that has a contrast with the glossy black boots and the glossy red gloves. Like, nothing really disappears in the paint department. It just all pops. Same with the sculpt, like the pouches, the holsters, everything has a nice leathery look. It's just really well done. I mean, I am just blown away. That head sculpt, that is just awesome. Like, you look at this and it doesn't look like Steve Rogers, it doesn't look like John Walker. This just looks like it's Bucky Barnes underneath, and that is awesome. I love the shade of white they used for the A. It's nice and reflective like his suit is. Though on mine there's a slight paint hiccup, like it wasn't that far forward on the little mold scene, but I can easily overlook that. It's not a deal breaker for me. But still, this is one of the best head sculpts I've seen. There's just so much good, like sweet goodness in this figure. Reusing the Vulcan body mold too was definitely an upgrade for this guy. I mean, just wow. I'm flabbergasted. This guy looks so gosh darn great. Now, the articulation, oh my god, yes. The head is on a dumbbell joint, but he can still look up pretty decently and down pretty decently as well. The arms can do a full 360 rotation. They can go up about 90. You have a butterfly joint that goes back and forth really well. A bicep swivel. A very nice double elbow joint. And then you have a swivel with an in and out joint on the hand, but on the trigger finger hand, it's an up and down. Crunching forward and back is really well done. He does have a waist swivel. However, with how it's sculpted, the belt, it's molded into the figure itself, so it won't come undone, but it does get a little bit in the way and does come out a little bit, so just be careful with that. The legs can kick out pretty well. Can't really go back that far, but even with the holsters, they can kick out to the side pretty decently. He has a thigh swivel and a super duper tight double knee bend. Like, holy crap, my guy is just super tight in the knees. Like, wow. I guess it beats though being too loose. That would be a huge disappointment. He's got a swivel at the boot, and the feet can kick up and go back all the way, and you get a nice smooth ankle pivot. It is just beautifully articulated. Like, you could get him in such a variety of poses. It's just awesome, and it's further enhanced by his accessories, and man, do they look good too. Now, let's get the repeat ones out of the way first. He does come with a pistol, and it's nicely sculpted in a gunmetal plastic. However, it is a reuse of the flashback Winter Soldier's pistol, and yeah, it's okay, but I just prefer my more realistic weapons. But you can tap a fire effect or smoke effect into the barrel, so that's cool. The knife is also reused from the flashback. The only difference is this one doesn't have black on the entirety of the handle, and the blade's not silver. That's just a little weird, but he can hold it nicely, and it just slots right into the holster. He also has 2 trigger finger hands, so he can hold his weapons in either hand. And finally, the shield, done in a beautiful metallic red plastic with metallic white and metallic blue paint for the stripes and the star and the circles. This thing just looks so good. My only nitpick is that there is some marbling on it, so it kind of gives it the look that it's cracked. But it's not driving me too nuts, so I can live with it. But it looks beautiful on him. This is seriously one of the best Captain America shields I've seen. This is just sweet goodness, and he can have it on his wrist or tabbed into his back thanks to that little clip peg switcher thingy. All these accessories combined can lead to some great dynamic poses, and it just looks so good. I am just blown away by how good this guy was. I mean, seriously. For comparisons, here he is with the other versions of Bucky Barnes I have, including the movie version of his Winter Soldier look, the comic book Winter Soldier, and the SH Figure Arts Bucky Barnes from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And if you're interested in doing a head swap so you can have an unmasked Bucky, you can't swap his head with the Winter Soldier one, the comic one at least, so that is awesome! Here he is with Commander Rogers, which is what Steve was wearing when Bucky was Cap. So that's cool to see them together. And then here he is with the new Marvel Legends Black Widow. And man, this is a power couple if I have ever seen it. I love their relationship in the comics, and seeing them together like this is just, it's such sweet goodness, yes! And finally, here he is with the other Captain Americas in my collection. And Captain Carter for good measure, because why not? She's a captain. And seriously, they all look great. I love how there's different incarnations of the captain. So it's just really awesome to finally have a Bucky cap in my collection that wasn't a custom made one. This figure is just so good. There was a lot of love put into this. Hasbro really stepped up their game for this exclusive. It is just really awesome. I honestly feel it's in the running for top 10 best figure of this year. And I am so happy to finally have it in my collection. It's just, yes, as a Bucky Barnes fan, this is definitely a highlight for me. Now, if you want your own, it is a Walmart exclusive, and last I checked, they may have sold out, but keep an eye out just in case you want your own, because he is definitely worth the pickup. So that was my opinion on him, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're there, do leave a like and hit that subscribe button. If you want to be actually notified, then throw your shield at that bell icon. If you want to see updates and other content from me, then you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links to the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel, you can do so at Patreon. Link in the description down below. And that's it. This is Woody, signing off.